So let's actually talk a little bit about these ships. We've got a Mobula and Galleon versus a Mobula and Goldfish. Actually, we'll take care of that when we get into the match.
Yeah, I haven't really had the time to take a proper look over their loadouts. I think that we can probably expect the Fancy Cloudlands to go mid to close range, and Skyborne, like usual, is going to try to keep it at a long range fight. But this is my best wiki guess at this point. We'll have to see how this goes and how this plays out, of course.
We will certainly see as it's on Clash at Blackcliff. Here we go, folks. We'll do the ship callouts right now. Ship number 1 is the Reborn. It is piloted by Sunstrom. What we have here is a Hades Mobula with double Artemis bottom and a Gat flak on the wings. Ship number 2 is the Galileo. It is piloted by Dark Knight. We have a Galleon with a short side Hwacha and Carronade alongside Lumberjack and Flak with a Hades and a Flare. Ship number 3 is the Fancy, piloted by Dimentio. It is a Hades Mobula. It has a Artemis on bottom with a... Oh, the Flamethrower is back with a Gatling and an Artemis. And ship number 4 is the Predtado, piloted by Spudnik. It's a Hwacha fish with a Gatling and a Carronade on the sides.
As both team moves into the middle of this map, which is the area covered by all the piping and industrial buildings, which makes it for a really interesting combination of short range capability and long range capability, especially if this cloud stacks moving in make this probably one of the most dynamic maps that the game offers at this point.
It certainly does. We've seen a lot of epic encounters on this map as the Predtado has moved in. On the Reborn, blowing by the Reborn, going for the Galileo. A very surprising move right there, but they are going for the Galleon here, but probably a good decision, especially since they really want to take out that Lumberjack on the Galileo.
Meanwhile, the Reborn is pulling up on the worst end. Hullbreak on the Reborn.
Good job right there by the Fancy. Great job by the Fancy, winning that 1v1 so far. Very surprising. You don't see Skyborne lose 1v1s on... Yes, Hullbreak on the Galleon, and that Hwacha should go any second. They are going to pick up some perma right there. They pick up about 25-30%, and they're very close to a Hullbreak again. They've got the back of the Galileo, almost the perfect position to have on the Galileo. Now they're going to turn for the Reborn. I like this call. They're going to go absolutely ram happy on the Reborn. Oh, a beautiful job. Look at that. They're going to force the Reborn up too. Is there going to be a follow-up ram here? No, the Reborn just gets out of it. The Hades comes into play though. This should be a kill right here for Blue. It certainly is. Blue picks up first blood. Fancy Cloud Dancers picks up first blood, unlike in their first matchup where they suffered first blood and they lost the match because of it. Now they're making a more aggressive approach with their build. And taking full advantage of what they're doing here. They swapped out the Galleon from their first encounter. They went with the Goldfish. It's turning out very well for them so far. Galileo, of course, in a bad spot right now. Caught out in the open. Predtado moving in. Oh, that should be it for Galileo right there. That's all engines. That's 5 guns.
Gatling gun on close quarter, me with the Artemis on long range. The only thing I have to do is turn in there, watch it, and finish.
They're gone. They're gone. You can call it right there. Galileo should go down. It should be 2-0.
Yeah,
there they go.
Didn't even repair their hull anymore.
Didn't need to. Didn't need to. They were done. 2-0.
I've seen teams holding at that point on pretty long by just all starting to smack the hull. I've seen the riders doing it a couple times. It's really funny to watch.
Yeah, it can get entertaining, but sometimes there comes a point where it's just like, you know what? Just call it a day and respawn.
Well, there was no way the Reborn was going to save them from that engagement anyway.
Not against a fishing mob.
They can respawn in freshly and restart over.
Yeah, good job with the Reborn picking up a spot on the Fancy. They've decided to put some pot shots out there, not really getting any shots in, but at least they give the Predtado an idea that they have not moved from that position. So it's at least as a starting point to put a game plan together.
Oh, I see you there, Tutu in chat, by the way. No coin flips on the stream today. Just pointing out.
Well, I mean, there could be if we have a second Grand Finals match.
Which could, of course, be possible since right now the Skyborns have the match advantage. That means the Fancy Cloudlands have to win 2 matches to take this tournament home.
One problem with your game plan, though, Canyon Ambush is the next match, if we have one.
Okay, an ambush can be gone. It happens rarely. But
Yeah, and it's happened on my live stream, so yeah, don't remind me in a grand finals. On this map, no less, not gonna have it.
Yeah, there was that match with
Yes.
wasn't that Predators versus
Ryder. Ryder was involved.
Yeah.
Ryder versus Team Predators, I think.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember it fondly. People keep reminding me about it.
Well, you just reminded yourself of it.
That's
Oh,
okay. Predtado.
Predator.
Yes, Predtado, Holbroken. Not a good spot for them. They're caught out in the open, but they do get a little bit of cover. Let's in fact go check their cover here as they got the smokestack as cover. Galileo trying to put shots out there. It looks like, in fact, let's take a peek from the Predtado's point of view. They're trying to get under, and they should have full cover right about now. Yeah, they got full cover now. They're moving up. The only thing they can really hit is the balloon right now.
The Fancy is moving in from the rear, dropping in behind the Reborn
Love
without
it.
getting noticed.
Love it, love it, love it. If the Predtado does the same thing they did last time, Reborn is going to be in a bad spot. Reborn needs to be
Although
very,
they
very
tried to
careful.
move for the Galileo from the rear.
Yeah, that's what they did last time. That's what they did last time.
Meanwhile, the Reborn turned around, facing the Fancy, so the Fancy returns fire on the Reborn, and there comes the Hawacha out.
No, Reborn is not turning now. Now they're turning. This is going to give Fancy an opportunity to just take free shots on the Reborn. Do not be surprised if the Fancy stays on the Reborn. In fact, they do. They're going to stay on him. Predtado's hull broken again. A very bad spot for the Predtado now. They have to back out. Fancy should probably turn on the Galileo right now.
I should probably see if they can disable that Hades from the Reborn.
Yeah, but see, they're going to get turned on. See, yeah, the Galileo turns on the Fancy. That's what I was worried about if you're the Fancy. Galileo was going to turn on him. And Reborn, if they turn on the Fancy, this could get very ugly for Blue. However, it looks like Reborn staying on the Predtado. Predtado moves back in. They get the watch off on the Galileo. Pick up 2 guns. The 2 guns they needed. 1 got rebuilt. Predtado trying to get in position on the Reborn. Fancy's moved up. It looks like the Reborn will be the target. Hull break on the Predtado. Hades going in the Reborn. Predtado dangerously low, about 25%. They're stuck in this engagement, though. They have to stay in the engagement. There's no point in them escaping this one. Fancy within the arming time of the Hades shots going in off from the Galileo. Bad ammo choice by the Galileo. Actually, it's not a bad choice. It's just they're within arming time, so a great job by the Fancy, just getting right in their face.
Oh, we might see a kill here. Yes, and Red is on the board.
One downside to Fancy's game plan, when they go down, Reborn can basically take pot shots. They have nowhere to escape. Now they're outside of arming time for the Lumberjack. That should be a kill. That should be 2-2 any second. Balloon's down, hull almost down. There's the armor break. 2 guns down. Shouldn't matter. Should be academic. It should be 2-2 any second. Galleon just lighting up, just taking pot shots right now on the Fancy. This should be academic. Fancy getting low, but they're not going to survive. Predtado's basically yielding the kill. Although, hold that thought. Fancy's not down yet. They're trying to get under. They're trying to get under the Galileo. There's a Hydro attempt right there. Trying to basically do whatever they can here. It should still be academic. No, that should be the kill. Good effort by the Fancy, but they're just not getting out of this. No, there they go. 2-2.
Nice try to save themselves there, though. Applause for the captain.
Yeah, they had a small window, but only if they could really get underneath the Galleon. They just didn't have the window to make it happen. A good effort, though. 2-2, all tied up. They still have first blood in their pocket. So, it's not the end of the world. Just win the next engagement, and you're in good shape. That's all they have to do. Meanwhile, Skyborne, of course, no, there's still plenty of time for both sides. There's no need to rush. If you're Skyborne right now, you need to make sure that you do the same thing again. Watch the Predtado. Wait for him to engage and focus him just like they did last time. Predtado's setting everything up. Predtado's going to want to set up the kill on the Reborn first, just like last time. But
they know that plan now. So if I were the blue team, I would swap my strategies around and figure out a new game plan here.
I would actually feign. I would actually feign towards the Reborn. I would set it up the same way. Put a half watch on the Galileo, half of it on the Reborn. feign in on the Reborn and then switch back to the Galileo and basically and put the side gun on the Galileo. Looks like they're going to do just that. They're going to move in on the Reborn. They're just completely ignoring the Galileo. Looks like they're going to Hydro out of it, though. Fancy's balloon broken? Yes, they are. They are balloon broken.
And hull broken.
Yes, they are. Reborn, however, got pushed. Pretado has been hull broken. They're trying to push into arming time of the Reborn. I like this call if they're going to go in. If this is their game plan, Pretado needs to go big or go home. Okay, so it looks like they're going to back out here. Looks like they're going to back up into the Galileo. Fancy moving into arming time. Both ships moving into arming time of the Galileo.
If they can get the Hawacha off right now, or they do not get it off.
Yeah, there's one problem with that. They have no Hawacha up. It's down. A good job by the Reborn picking it up. I don't know if I like the switch back to the Galileo in that particular situation. I would have kept pushing the Reborn back in that particular situation. Let the Fancy just sit in the arming, inside the arming time of the Galileo. Now they might have something. Now they might have something. Galileo is dangerously close to environment. They have an opportunity to do something. Fancy's hull broken, but Pretado has to be smelling blood right here. They've got a Goomba opportunity here. Look at this. They have nowhere to go. The Galileo has nowhere to go. They are balloon broken, they're hull broken, they are going to eat it right here. Hawacha coming out at the right time, 3-2 blue.
Very, very nicely done there.
Hydros from both. No, not Hydro from both. Fancy with a stamina burn, Pretado with a Hydro. Reborn's caught. They gotta pick up a trade here. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get the trade. They're going down. It should be 4-2. Reborn begging to stay alive. They're not going to. There's the balloon break. There's the hull break. There's the armor. That should be explosions and kill. 4-2. If
this has been the final so far. Go either way in this point. Really, really nicely executed by the blue team.
So yeah, if we keep this up, we're going to see a second grand finals matchup with 9 minutes left in the match. We could see a second grand finals matchup here. This is going to be very exciting, and ending it on Canyon. My body is ready if that happens. My body is definitely ready. I mean, yes, I know we're supposed to stay neutral and whatnot, but I would love to see it close out on Canyon. That's just my personal opinion.
Well, we always would like to see Canyon. It's a favorite of the community.
Yeah, but you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a 5-4 here. Let's just keep this going. Let's get a 5-4 and then get Canyon. Let's do it.
Meanwhile, a balloon break on the Fancy.
Ooh, good watcher right there by the Pretado on the Galleon, picking up engines everywhere and 3 guns. That should allow the blowblind to the Reborn. One problem with that game plan, though, Pretado... Yeah, Fancy's a little too far away to assist. Pretado is forced to back up, and this could be a huge mistake by Pretado. Could they be caught here? They do have the back of the Galileo, so that's a plus. All the Galileo has on the back is a flare gun. Of course, if they get that flare on the rear watch, on the front watcha.
Another good Hawacha going out, disabling most of the Galileo there. Meanwhile, the
Fancy's in play
on the back of the Reborn.
Yes.
Hull break on the Pretado though.
Yes, but Pretado did their job. Fancy's in play. Galileo is going for the Fancy though. Reborn cannot turn on them. Fancy, if they move up just a tiny little bit, they're in arming. They should be in arming time now. Reborn is caught. Reborn is caught. If Pretado can Hydro into this, Reborn is absolutely caught. They could do a Tiger Uppercut right here. Reborn's going to Hydro. They have no choice. They have to keep height right now on the Fancy and stay out of the Pretado. Pretado's going to watch it, I believe, very shortly. They're going to turn for the Reborn. Yes, they're going to turn for the Reborn. But Reborn doing a great job using altitude to their advantage, staying out of the Hawacha as much as possible. However, being below the Pretado is not going to be good. It's going to allow them easy access to the guns and the perma-hull. 55%, 60%. Now we see the flamethrower finally coming into play from the Fancy. Fire stacks going out, only 2 on the hull, not much there. And it looks like, oh, they got a hull break on the Galileo. Fire going out on the Galileo.
Watch on the Reborn.
Whoa, the ram kill! Oh, hey, how you doing? Blue wins 5-2. That color coordination, though, just saying.
I think that might have actually been a sandwich. I think the Reborn got stuck on the Fancy there when the Predator moved in on them.
Was that a vertical sandwich? We'd have to go back and check that replay. That might have been a vertical sandwich.
Because if that was, that has...
Yeah, we'll have to check that.
Makes this SCS complete. Like, we have seen sandwiches, we have seen ramps, we have seen mines, flares.
We've seen horizontal and vertical sandwiches, by the way, if that's the case. So just throwing